Hello, welcome to the video notes for lesson 5-6. This lesson is application of linear systems. It begins on page 24 of your notes packet. So our learning target is, I can use systems of equations to solve real-world problems. Now, another way to describe real-world problems is we are going to be solving word problems. Oops. Word problems. So since we're solving word problems, remember our strategy of bucks. Some of you will need to use this, especially those of you that are not good about showing your work. One other note that I want to make before we get started is that you need to answer these with a sentence. And answering with a sentence is a nice way to make sure that you remember to include the valuable or important information like the labels or the units or whatever goes along with the problem. Alright, so the first problem. This one, by the way, we'll be solving using substitution. Wildlife biologists studied the weights of 2 alligators over a period of 12 months. The initial weight of alligator Allen, so they named them, was 4 pounds. His growth rate was 1.5 pounds per month. So I'm going to underline Allen and 4 pounds, and the rate, which is 1.5 pounds per month. The initial weight of alligator Alice was 6 pounds. So this one I'm going to circle. And her growth rate was 1 pound per month. Write a system of equations. So I'm going to put a box around that because that's our task. The biologists could use to compare the weights of the alligators. At what point will the alligators be the same weight? That's the question we're going to be answering. So for those of you using your bucks strategy, and that should be everybody, we put a box around the question, we underlined and circled important information. I am going to cross out the 12 months because that is a number that's in the problem that we don't really need for solving this. Now I'm going to solve with a smile. Okay, so a couple of things. One, I need a let statement. Alright, this is all part of step 1 here. I'm going to let y equal the total weight and x is going to equal the number of months when I write my equations. So I've got alligator Allen and I know that he started at 4 pounds and his growth rate was 1.5 pounds per month. So I'm going to use that information. So his total weight is going to be the 4 pounds plus the 1.5 times the number of months, 1.5x. Alice is, again, I want to get the total weight of that alligator, starts out at 6 pounds plus 1 pound per month. So that's 1 times x or just x. Now, step 2, I need to answer this question. So the first thing I did is I wrote my system of equations. So I answered that first part. The y equals 4 plus 1.5x and y equals 6 plus x. If you want to switch those around so it's in mx plus b form, that's totally fine. Step 2 is we're going to write our equation to solve. So we want them to be the same weight. So y is going to be the same. So 4 plus 1.5x equals 6 plus x. Now you solve this. So I think first I will subtract x from both sides. And I get 4 plus 0.5x equals 6. Now I'll subtract 4 from both sides. I get 0.5x equals 2. Divide by 0.5, and you get x is equal to 4. So I found one variable. Now I need to find, the other variable, so that'll be my step 3. So I'll use one of the two equations. I'll start with the Allen equation, I guess. ESS, y equals 4 plus 1.5x. Substitute in my x value, 1.5 times 4. Y equals 4 plus 6, so y is equal to 10. Alright, and then step 4 is going to be to check it. And I know we're a little tight on space here, I apologize for that. So if you need to do this on scrap paper, that's fine. We'll use the other equation, the Alice equation, to check it. Y equals 6 plus x. I know y is 10 and x is 4, so I do 10 equals 6 plus 4. 10 equals 10. That checks. Step 5. Now, in the past, we would state the solution. Alright, and the solution for this is the point 410. But since this is a word problem, this time we're going to answer with a sentence. So, at what point will the alligators be the same weight? The alligators will both be 10 pounds at 4 months. And you're done. Pretty simple. So that was solving a system using substitution from a word problem or a real world problem. Excuse me. I also used my buck strategy to help me organize. But the steps in the middle were all the same. All right. So there's the second problem. Elimination. At a quick lunch counter, 3 pretzels and 1 cup of soda cost $9.75. 2 pretzels and 1 cup of soda cost $7. Write a system of equations we could use to compare the cost of a pretzel and a cup of soda. Well, alright, so we don't know what the cost of a pretzel or soda is. So let's x equal soda, cost of soda, and y will equal cost of pretzel. This makes me hungry. So step 1, we're going to write our system. So 3 pretzels and 1 cup of soda, that's going to be 3y plus x equals 9.75. The other one is 2 pretzels, so 2y, and 1 cup of soda plus x equals $7. Alright, so Now I want to do elimination. Now since I don't have any way to add these and eliminate, I'm going to have to multiply by -1 or do the subtraction strategy. That will give me negative 2y plus negative x, or minus x, equals -7. Now I can add them, and the x's will cancel, and I'll find my y. So that's step 2. 3y plus -2y is 1y. X minus x is just 0. 975 minus 7 equals 275. Well, look at that. I have already solved for one of my variables. So now I need to find the other variable. I've got to use one of my equations. I'll use the first one, 3y plus x equals 975. Plug in the 2.75. So you have to multiply 3 times 275, and you get 825. Subtract that from both sides. Oops, why am I writing 8? Subtract 825. That's why I'm thinking of 825. Minus 825. And you get x equals $1.50. So that's the cost of the cup of soda. Now to do the check, just step 4. We're going to do ESS again, but with the other equation. So 2y plus x equals 7. So 2 times 275 plus 150 should equal 7. So 2 times 275, that is 550 plus 150 is 7. So 7 equals 7. So it checks. So step 5, write your answer, your solution, but this time as a sentence. So we need to write the cost of pretzel and a cup of soda. The cost of one pretzel is $2.75. I apologize for the limited room space. And 1 cup of soda is stop it. $1.50. And you're done. Okay, over on the next page, page 25, there are 2 problems that are identical to these as far as how you solve them. Let's just have you pick one and try it. If you are successful, how about this? For every person that tries, so there's the 2 problems, the pizza problem and the ages. For everybody that tries one of these, for every 2 students, I'll give you a point. For everybody that gets it correct, I'll give you 1 point. So you have some potential to earn lots of points here. Alright? If you had trouble with this, go back and rewatch the video or come see me for help. Good luck, and we'll see you in math.